governorship in Anambra State, shouldn't they be putting their house in order? I'll tell you what his answer was. Well, every other party in the state is having problems. And I asked, is this the strategy that you want to use in winning? And he said, well, yes. So the PDP in Anambra State is hoping that the APGA or the APC in Anambra State will fall apart so they can come out as winners. Is that a strategy? Or is that just hoping upon no hope?
Politics, 24 hours is a long time in politics, and politics is very dynamic. There is no 2 + 2 in politics that you can get 4. Everything works for a purpose. So whatever is going on in Anambra State, just see it as an akadabra. Nigerians, or the election will come and PDP is going to win. The strategy is not something we can disclose on here.
Okay. Well, Duran, thank you very much for being part of the conversation. He is the deputy spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party. We appreciate your thoughts.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Well, it's been Plus Politics. We hope you enjoyed all our conversations. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. I am Mary Anacone. Have a good evening.
Nigeria has produced and continues to produce great writers who have won great accolades and recognition for their work. When discussing African literature, names like Chinua Achebe, Wole Soyinka, and Buchi Emecheta. But beyond these writers, exist modern writers redefining the fate of literature in Nigeria, Africa, and globally. 1. Chimamanda Adichie. The recipient of the MacArthur Foundation Fellowship was born on the 15th of September 1977 in Enugu, Nigeria. As a teenager, Chimamanda left for the United States and gained a scholarship to study communication at the Drexel University in Philadelphia, then pursued a degree in communication and political science at Eastern Connecticut State University. Her works have been translated into over 30 languages and has appeared in various publications, including The New Yorker, the O. Henry Price Stories, and the Financial Times. Some of her books, like The Purple Hibiscus, Half of a Yellowstone, and Americana, have won various awards. Her 2012 talk, We Should All Be Feminists, started a worldwide conversation about feminism and was published as a book in 2014. Tomi Adeyemi. Tomi, the author of Children of Blood and Bone, was born on August 1st, 1993, in the United States to parents who emigrated from Nigeria. After graduating Harvard University with an honors degree in English literature, she received a fellowship to study West African mythology, religion, and culture in Salvador, Brazil. Her debut novel, Children of Blood and Bone, has spent over 2 years on the New York Times bestseller list, and its film adaptation is currently in active development with Disney's Fox and Lucasfilms. She was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people. She is a Hugo and Nebula award-winning Nigerian-American writer and storyteller based in Los Angeles, California. In 2020, she was named one of Forbes 30 Under 30 in media, and her website has been named one of the best websites for writers by Writers Digest. Teju Cole. Teju Cole is a novelist, photographer, and curator. He was born in 1975 in the US. He is currently the Gore Vidal Professor of the Practice of Creative Writing at Harvard University. His novella, Every Day is for the Thief, was named a Book of the Year by the New York Times, The Globe and Mail, NPR, and The Telegraph, and shortlisted for the PEN Open Book Award. Another one of his books, Open City, also featured on numerous Book of the Year lists and won the PEN Hemingway Award, the New York City Book Award for Fiction, and was shortlisted for the National Book Critics Circle Award and the New York Public Library Young Lions Award. Teju Cole has contributed to New York Times, The New Yorker, Granta, Brick, and many other magazines. Akwekwe Emezi. Born 1987, Emezi is a National Book Foundation 535 honoree. She was born in Umuahia and raised in Aba, Nigeria. Her adult novel, The Death of Vivek Oji, was a New York Times bestseller, an indie bestseller, and an indie next selection, receiving rave reviews from the New York Times, USA Today, NPR, the LA Times, and the Washington Post. Her debut autobiographical novel, Freshwater, is in early development as a TV series at FX, with Emezi writing and producing with Tamara P. Carter. Translated into 12 languages, Freshwater won the 2019 Otherwise Award, formerly the Tiptree and the Normal Book. It was a New York Times notable book, as well as a finalist for the Center for Fiction's first Nobel Prize, the PEN Hemingway Award, the NYPL Young Lions Fiction Award, the Edmund White Award for Debut Fiction, and a Lambda Literary Award. Beyond these writers are more individuals, old and young, using the power of the pen and ink to change the face and narrative of the country and the continent.
Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I am Osayua Mesale, and today it's back-to-back Full House. Why is Elsie God be doing there? Yay, Maury Coco is back in the studio.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Madam.
Can you do that dance? You go dance. It's not your dance. I have rhythm. Do it. Get there.
How are you, Maury? It's been a long time.
I'm fine. I'm
Thank
okay.
you for abandoning us. So.
I didn't abandon you
I don't understand.
Exactly. Every day, but it's just that I had bad internet and
Your internet. It's not.
Her internet is to allow her to come and talk her mind in what's in the news.
Only. And then
After what's in the news, the internet
You
will
know,
go.
even that was in the news is always a struggle because I never hear you guys. It's always breaking. So I'll just say, oh, let me just do my own before this thing will start acting up. Sometimes I even be praying, God, please let this internet not mess me up today. It was so annoying. Really, and it used to be good before, but I don't know what happened. My village.
The internet wanted you to come in.
Thank you.
So yeah.
No, the internet was in line
Welcome
with
back.
my spirit.
It
So
won.
tell me what's been happening.
Nothing really. I've just been there, you know.
We have something coming up now.
My birthday and my short film.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Dance
birthday.
again.
Your birthday is coinciding with something tomorrow.
Your
so-
wedding anniversary.
Oh, goodness.
Also, my short film is coming out tomorrow.
Yes, I can't wait.
My very
So
first
where do
short
we
film.
get to watch it
It's going to
from?
be on YouTube, so I'll drop the link tomorrow. Premiere by maybe 7 p.m. by God's
Wow, amazing.
grace. It's my first, by the way. Do you guys know? So excited. You know, because on Instagram, they've been promoting it. I've been typing, so people don't really know how gassed up I am. But it's major, like, you know.
Teary moments. Please give her tissue.
Drama.
We can't wait to watch it because it will be nice to. And you know, this is another thing that Waze gives you. Waze gives you this when people see you on Instagram, comedy and all of that. When you're on Waze, it's a serious platform. So we can't wait to see you on a more.
That's actually another serious. It's drama.
Yes,
you know, it's
it's drama.
sweet.
Yeah, it's
I
not a
put my
comedy
heart
movie.
into it for you guys. You're gonna love it.
Wow, we
Sell
can't
it.
wait.
Yes, sell it. I'm never selling it. It's the truth. It's the truth.
We can't wait. We can't wait. We can't wait. How are you,
you.
Elsie? How are you
Good.
doing?
Elsie Godwin.
Elsie Godwin, sorry, my darling.
Elsie got it together.
Elsie is the only person that has the capacity to bully me. I don't
Elsie has
know.
actually been bullying
you.
Uwa
I'm
since
just since.
I got here. Now you want to bully me.
Since when?
Since I got here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you, Elsie
I
Godwin?
miss you, Lami.
She actually does look like Lami, or maybe it's the lipstick. If Lami was light skin, she looked like it. So maybe because Lami likes to do like
her red
red bold
Yeah.
lipstick, but you give Lami vibes.
Lami supports me.
Oh, I'm
You'll
for
be
you.
fine. You'll be fine. What happened today? Oh, let me see. No, nothing happened today. We're going straight into the conversation. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Today is
Mama.
Oluwafemi Pupo.
Oh, that's true. Lami's daughter's
Lami's
birthday.
daughter.
Oh, Fanny.
Feni, yes. Oluwafemi Pupo. Onifade.
Is it not Pupo?
It's Pupo now.
Please let me pronounce the child's name.
Thank you. God will bless you.
Pupo.
Here we go. Oluwafemi Pupo Onifade.
Hallelujah. Happy birthday. That's Lami's princess.
So
yes,
pretty.
so Lami went all out. She did photo shoot. I said, Lami, you have repented though. She
Yeah,
said
only
yes,
for
so
once.
she went all out.
Oh, so pretty.
Happy birthday to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Happy birthday.
Will you sing my own tomorrow too?
Yes, we try. Birthday to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Happy birthday.
Aw.
Happy birthday to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alrighty. You know,
so
Fanny is the one that said, Mommy, we're getting late. Let's go to the studio. We're late. When she's coming with Lami.
Oh, really?
She's worried. Mommy, we're going to be late. We're going to the office. We're late. She's an amazing girl. And she said she wants to be a doctor. So I call her my doctor, Fanny Pupo.
I used to want to be a doctor too.
Oh, my dear. Very soon. When she
Okay, I went to
grows
look
older, I
and
won't know if it's
what I saw,
inborn.
I said, no, I don't think it's for me. I still want to. Maybe I'll act doctor film.
I'll be all right, so today we have an amazing guest with us, and we're going to be having a chat with her, see what life is versus real life, reality, and perceptions about people. And here's what we found as today's quote: there are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. You know how you are on social media, especially for us online. When they see you on TV, there's a perception people have about
There's something
you.
on TV. There are fake platforms that are giving people net worth that they don't have anything. If you Google my net worth on
I
social
could put
media,
our guest network
have
there.
you put my own? Just please Google Elsie Godwin's net worth. Let's leave it like that.
Okay.
Let me check.
Oh, check, my dear. When we come back, you tell them what you saw.
Okay.
All right, so perception is the way in which some things is regarded, understood, or interpreted. When we watch movies, we form opinions on the actors, and on who we think they are in reality. So today we want to chat with an amazing actor, Ngozi Nwosu, as she shares her reality with us. But first, we'll take a break to see what we found in the news.
That can be true.
All right, so Social Media Day has been taking place since the 30th of June in 2010. It was created by Mashable as a way of recognizing the impact that social media has had on communications around the world, so as well as bringing people together to celebrate. So social media is used by most people on a daily basis. It enables us to communicate with our friends and family in a quick way and in a quick and convenient way. And there are a lot of people who also use social media as business, such as social media influencers. They make money like Maury and Elsie, sharing content with their followers. So it is impossible to think of a world without social media today. And, you know, it's, I mean, it's so apt. Everything right now. You want to launch a movie, you're going on social media to launch it. I mean, you don't need, so social media just came and
opened the world,
disrupted a lot of things, yes. So all those traditional means, I mean, when Bemi was talking about how she used to go and look for magazines to put her product on the magazines, what's it called, the wedding planner and all of that. All those things cancelled. Just open an Instagram page, get beautiful pictures.
If there's anything that makes a process easier, people will always go for it. Like from the comfort of your house.
Cheaper.
Yes.
At no cost. You just need to buy data.
Yes.
Yeah, and for me, I would even say this is a word else today because a lot of people call me the versatile media personality. If there's no social media, I don't think that versatility would have been seen or well noticed. So I'm just so happy that people that have right thinking heads sat down to think about the internet and social media. I'm just so
it's
happy.
Such a great
I'm happy to be born.
It does have its downsides, but
it does. But for me, I mean, I think it's about what you focus on. So for me, the good outweighs the bad because I have learned how to create my space, curate it rather, and also enjoy it and know what I want from it. So
absolutely,
you should do the same too.
Absolutely. All right. So who are we starting with first? Let me start with Maury. What did you find first in the news today?
Okay. So this one, okay, let me just go directly to it. Comply with open drug market policy implementation. That's the PCN telling the pharmacists. The Pharmacists Council of Nigeria has been charged to rise up and ensure that the federal government policy documents an open drug market on the Nigerian health. So the registered PCN, Dr. Elijah Mohammed, gave the charge in Enugu during the naming ceremony of the conference hall of the PCN building. Mohammed said the federal government came up with coordinate wholesale centers in 2015 to accommodate individuals who were in the open drug market to ensure Nigerians get quality and infectious drugs in the market. So now I'm just thinking, isn't that the job of NAFDAC? Like, why do we have NAFDAC? The D in NAFDAC stands for drug, right? So
NAFDAC is playing their own role as well. But I think this policy, like you said, it was passed a few years ago. But they also need the pharmacists to take it serious, buy into it for it to work. So it's just like you creating a warehouse for people to keep their products, and those are supposed to go to that warehouse and not using it. But I am still going to look for them wherever they are to patronize them, and where they are keeping the product, you can't even be sure of. The temperature, if it's right.
Yeah, so in fact, that was what the boss said, that the quality of medicine starts from production, then storage, distribution, sales, and dispensation before the patient even takes it. So what they are asking for, it says when the storage facilities are not good enough, right? Heat, you talked about heat. These drugs are chemical, so there's heat, the temperature can lead to degradation, and these are very common in an unregulated environment, like an open drug market. So the government is very concerned about it. So, I mean, this is a big issue, and I mean, part of what they even said are the guys in the alleged drug dealers in Enugu, Aba, you know, those places, you know, they've shown less concern to this policy. I mean, I remember my friend Norma sent me a video last week on the production of the drinks, the wines. I don't know if you guys saw the video that went viral, how they are bottling wines. You know, if you see the place, horrible. Do you understand?
Videos going viral.
Yes, and there are some, what's it called, some beverages as well that are big name companies that they are producing locally. So there are so many unregulated things happening. So imagine you taking drugs, sometimes you're not getting better, instead you're getting a lot more sick. This is it. And
the storage
increase
is also
liver.
Sometimes it can even be like a long-term effect.
Yes.
So it's not affecting you currently.
Now, yes. So it's a big deal, and I'm happy that you're taking that story. Let me come to you, Elsie.
Okay, my story is exciting and motivating. I'm not the violence today. 71-year-old PhD student emerges best graduating student from the University of Lagos postgraduate studies. The announcement was made by the Vice Chancellor himself. He said Mrs. Felicia Marinze will be the oldest to be awarded a PhD degree in the history of the university. And he also said that this goes to show that you can do anything whenever
you put your mind
to it and you're ready and it's your time.
Yeah,
so it's just so amazing.
It's refreshing.
71
years old. I mean,
and then
congratulations.
She didn't just do it. She did it well. Like
came out with the best.
You know, no.
I feel like some people are just meant for certain things.
You know how she just defiled everything. You know, people will say when you're getting older, you start to have dementia. Meanwhile, they do MBS and they talk to you now. My assignment is due tomorrow.
So I'm about to tell you that some people are just meant for this things.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't even see myself.
When I was
really
acting
going-
in AMVCA, so that I'll forget line. How many lines did they give me? I will still forget it. Do you understand? So for her to be 71, I mean, I give her
You know how many readings she has to do?
PhD.
Ha.
You know how many theses and all these
Research?
theories,
I'm running away
research.
from
Yeah.
masters. I'm saying the certificate courses I want to be doing. I'm not. Nah. This world is not that deep anymore. Please.
Okay, so my own story, I don't know what I want to call it, yo. The government is warning people, please, Lagos warns against open defecation. This is a big deal, like it's so irritating, right? So the Special Advisor, Lagos State Office of Civic Engagement, Aderemi Adebowale, has warned against open defecation, saying that the menace may lead to disease outbreak. It is not may, it will lead to disease outbreak. He said this at an event and an open defecation organized by her office in Ajeromi, Ife Lodun local government area. So she urged, she urged the resident to shun open defecation as it might lead to disease such as cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea. Especially, during the raining season, which, of course, water that we have right now, most of them are contaminated, right? And most of this water sources that are used, people drink and all of that, they are contaminated. So this is the story, and it's really, really scary. So I was just saying we're having a conversation behind the scene, how when they shut down 3rd Mainland Bridge, we had to go through, what's that place, the place that leads to Yaba? Eco Bridge and all. There is a particular spot. They line up. You finish, you come, somebody else will come and take that same spot.
Should I ask my
And it's so irritating.
from your story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever used a public toilet in Nigeria?
No.
This nature thing can disgrace you, right? And that's tried to disgrace me. And I say, oh, where is the public toilet? And blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know, but there is none. There is no public toilet in this country that you can go into and you're comfortable. I mean, how many do we have first? Right? So if you're making these sort of warnings, then what exactly is the master plan of Lagos State? In that master plan, was nature call not considered in the master plan? Why don't we have public toilets that are properly run? Because of course there will be people that will be employed there as well to do the job. Why not? And then when we are having this conversation again, let's be calling men and be calling them directly, because they are the ones that are the major culprits when it comes to open defecation, from bringing out their
It's so gross.
like
They literally can pee everywhere.
or even defecate, like they don't.
The sad thing about these men is that when they travel abroad,
They don't do it.
you cannot bring out your kidney and say you want to pee outside.
Maybe the ones that pee here don't travel abroad.
No,
because,
they do.
What is the problem?
I remember when we went to the UK, when my sister's son was pressed. We were on a train. We had to stop at a particular train station. He came down. The remaining crew continued the journey. He went to pee. We came back and joined the train. Went to go.
Yeah.
The next
We
train.
cannot be
That's how you do it.
We cannot be facing patriarchy, and after facing that one, so you
cannot be
cannot
showing
be
me your
disease
disease everywhere.
So this
public.
people thing is so bad. So the person I was with in the car was not telling me that no, that is a standard. That particular
care.
spot.
They don't
You just
care.
see they just open their butt.
Oh my goodness.
So government should also put the right facilities for people to be able to defecate,
Yeah,
right?
that's
I
true.
mean, we pay. it generates income as well. People, it's
But it's
not
just that
free.
my challenge with public toilets is that they don't know how to manage. I
You know,
wish.
public
See,
toilets
honestly,
now.
if the
You know, some
government
public
will give
toilets
me,
even charge.
guess what? If the government will give me money,
and you can't still maintain.
Still mess up, yeah.
Let them give not money. I don't want money. Let them give me spaces to create public toilet. I will teach them how to run a public toilet.
Shit business is big
It's
business.
big business.
Yeah.
You run it well.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to
Everybody
enter a clean
poo-poos
toilet.
now.
Yes,
Yeah.
They pee and all that.
I went when we went on a road trip. I entered one this thing, rest area. Me, I went with my Ninja mindset. I was stopping at fuel stations to pee. We went from Atlanta to San Antonio, 14 hours drive. By the time we're coming back, me and my sister, and I said, this thing we are seeing rest area, let's just check one of them and see what it looks like. Moria was regretting. Why was I going to, what's it called, fuel station? If you see the place, it's like you are inside somebody's house. Clean, they were dropping. I mean, this is how you run things properly. So you can't just wake up and say you want to say no. What are the options
That
and
you're
alternatives?
putting in place.
You know what? I think we'll bring this topic. Maybe
But
we'll call the man.
she found their net worth, not me.
The network.
I'm
What
not
is
yet,
network?
no, I'm not yet seen it to Elsie. I've been checking. If you see that I've been distracted.
No, don't worry. We'll bring the network when we come back.
As soon as we go up this break now, we'll go and find
when
it.
we come back from the break, we want to know what we'll Google Elsie's network.
I'll collect my share. I'll call this to hard
because
work
I have
and
the
do.
guest net worth already. So I will Google Elsie's.
I'll
Stay
Google
with
your
us.
own network too.
I don't get so. We'll be right back.
Welcome to The Breakfast.
A breakfast where we unbundle top and big stories of the day.
Is vaccine the only way out of this pandemic?
No, definitely not.
Many Ghanaians just want a peaceful election and they are hoping there will be no rigging.
There is nothing bad in borrowing for infrastructure. The minister added that he was impressed.
Please come and see yourself what we are doing with the money we have borrowed.
It's very important. The way we brand ourselves is the way people will carry us.
It's just the driver of the two vehicles that were completely burned. This one was here screaming.
What do you recommend the government do to support this sector?
Direct intervention, that's what every government all over the world has done.
We are not a parallel security structure. A multiple core is a complementary core.
What I will not encourage Christians to do is to carry dagger and follow anybody. No.
Join us on The Breakfast, 7 a.m., Monday to Friday.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, can we be confident that our perceptions reflect reality? Some have argued that perception is more important than reality. If someone perceives something to be true, it is more important that if it is in fact true. This means that you should duplicitous, or you should be duplicitous or deceitful, right?
Doesn't mean that.
No, she doesn't mean you should be duplicitous or deceitful, but don't go out of your way to correct a false impression if it pays your bills, if it pays your advantage. Would you correct that? Well, being on TV gives a perception of who people think you are, and sometimes that can really be far from your reality. So before I bring in our guest, I would like to hear from Maury and Elsie.
That's
what? What have people said about you?
They think I have money.
Wait now. I'd love to know your reality.
Because I'm light skinned.
What's your net worth?
I'm on TV.
Please, you Google her net worth.
Elsie has money.
What's her net worth, please?
1.2 million United States dollars.
You don't call United States dollars?
My own is.
I don't know where they got that from.
I don't know.
Like when you
I don't have
Google
to check. Maybe it's
you have to Google your own. You probably see it.
I will help you check. I will collect my share because I need sponsor for my next film. So before I go, you give me my cut.
I don't understand.
So, but what's the perception generally that people, when they see you, I mean, Elsie Godwin, they have this perception.
You don't tell them already. That name already.
Yes.
Elsie Godwin have come. There's money. But the thing I tell people is, this work we do is the same thing as a person working probably in a bank and you're getting a salary. There is a pay that comes with it. It doesn't just mean that once you sit in front of a TV, money is raining. Let it fall, let it fall. It's not like that. You're working for your money. And not regular, because we have the responsibility of.
But is there some semblance, Maury? Is there some semblance between you and your reality? No. The perception that people have about you and your reality.
Okay, so with me, I feel like if you know me, then you know that I love God. Like I live for Him. Like I'm in love. So I always put on my story, and then because I'm now Muslim again, so people now think like I'm a sheikh or I'm a saint or, you know, I'm just holy, and you get messages like, oh, pray for me and all those things. I never go pray for me, assassin me. You know, so every day I say, oh God, thank you, I love you. I have to put, I'm not a sheikh, I just love God. I always have to put it at the end of, and you know, people get exploited and stuff because when there's a God factor, but the thing is, you can know Him for yourself without us, but people don't know. Sometimes I say, God, thank you. Maybe somebody bought me ice cream now, I go and say, God, thank you, food don't come. Pray for me. For where? I've not.
Mine, I mean, I put quotes and Bible verses and all that, but I haven't gotten anybody say pray for me. They just think, oh,
I think because I wrap my hair and because I'm Muslim and all of that, so they just think.
I just know God.
So that's majorly.
So I think for me, I think people have too many high expectations and they forget that we're humans. With me, I see people just think I have this perfect life, you know, like everything is fine. My children are perfect, you know, husband is perfect and all of that. But
they're perfect in their own way.
Okay. Before we go, let us hear what you have to remember. You can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-664. But let me bring in our guest. Ngozi Nwosu is a veteran Nigerian actor and producer. She began her career in Yoruba language film before making her home video debut in Living in Bondage, an Igbo film considered to be the beginning of the film era of cinema in Nigeria. So Ngozi is a great actor and has carved a niche for herself in the Nollywood industry, rated among one of the richest and the most influential, with an estimated net worth of 250,000 US. You're even
Imagine. How exactly am I supposed to have more money?
Oh, shit.
Than oh, God.
Thank you so much for joining us. I saw you laughing away.
Did you just say
$250,000 US? Mama.
Please, what a
Mama,
we'll collect that and offering before you leave, please. But you know, it's a wow, honestly. See, so the thing is,
but it's possible. You know, they calculate your properties, your cars.
Wait, they calculate property. They now put you. They put $1.2 million for what?
Now how old they talk? This is my own matter.
Small girl.
Big God.
Okay.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You look amazing, by the way. You know, so I mean, we were talking about perception. I mean, when Maury was talking about God, you just kept you couldn't hold yourself. You kept on laughing. So I mean, is it coming from a deep place, that laughter? You know.
my dear, it's so funny. It's funny, but at the same time, it's not funny because what she said, for real, it happens to everybody. Once you quote one small thing from the Bible, it's assumed that, my God, this one, oh, she's so religious, she's that, she's this. And when you make the smallest mistake, you'll be amazed the way people will turn against you. 360. 360 is small. Is there any other thing that is more than 360? Then they come and see comments. It's jackpot. They won't even think as in this person making this comment. It's not necessarily that you'll be born again or that you sleep and wake up with God, but because you worship Him doesn't mean you are so perfect that everything about you has to be God. The way people take this thing, oh my God. Now wow. Now. You pray for them. You would have prayed.
Ma, I'm not even finished praying for myself.
No, you would have prayed.
Please, man. I do not be telling you all these things. All these things. It's very, like last week now, I was putting on my story. There's this influencer that used to use the hijab, so she stopped. 6 courses.
Wow.
Her children unborn. our generation on board. People that don't even know how talking about I'm disappointed in you. Who are you to start with? Talking about being disappointed in somebody.
You are saying that, okay, let me use myself as an example. I had a friend who goes to Celestial Church. So they had this children's harvest, and I was invited, and I wore the robe. And I took picture and I posted it on my Instagram page. Jeez.
Hey, God have mercy.
Mistake of the century.
Mogbe.
Hey.
People were like, oh,
hey,
huh?
Hey.
Is that where she goes? No wonder.
No wonder what?
Ask me.
You know, there's a perception about celestial churches.
Ask me. No wonder. And then there's one that now said, oh, my uncle is 65 years old and he goes to Saleh. Would you like to marry him? I'm like,
Wow.
It was so crazy. So I'm like, what's all this? Is one not free to worship what you want to worship? So because they have seen me wearing white, okay, so it's a crime. Or what? I don't just get it.
But so you are in the Nollywood space, right? And it's common practice that we always have. We see you, I mean, your career has spanned decades and you've acted in different capacities, different roles. But it's so, it still happens till tomorrow that people see you and they just assume they know you enough, you know, to tell you your life history, right? They perceive that, oh, the person they see on TV, you understand, versus the reality. But you, is there some connection between whoever we've seen you play on TV and your reality? Is there any link?
Well, some. Some, not all. Like, sometimes people see me as a cantankerous person. They see me as someone who is so mean and everything. But in reality, I am not. But it's just that I'm a no-nonsense person. I stand for the truth. And I would not go the other way. I will not try to paint this water green when I know it's crystal. That's me. I can be that stubborn.
Blunt.
Yes, I'm a very blunt person. But probably because of the roles I play and all that, they just look at me as one very mean
person,
you know, babe. And then there's this perception people really have about me. They believe because of the role I play, I don't have the right to be angry.
Peaceful peace.
Peaceful peace.
Forgetting that sometimes I'm not peaceful. Forgetting that I'm human. That you cannot say because I act a certain way, then you pluck out my eye, and then you expect me to say, thank you, it's not painful. No! Hell no! I will give you a dirty slap.
Okay.
What?
Talking about standing for the truth, you know, I've heard in the industry where it feels like if you're really that moral and want to stand for the truth and stand for what is right, it's difficult for you to climb a certain level. But you have been in that industry for years. So how has it worked for you? How have you managed perception and making people understand that this is what it is and I stand for my values? I'm an actress, I know what I'm doing and I'm worth every coin I'm being paid.
It takes time. It takes time. You have to really be patient. Because if you stand for the truth, if you, there are certain things that will come your way and you're like, this is what I want and that is where I stand. It gets to a point, they're like, what are you feeling like? People who are even, you know, better.
Finer than you. Everything than you.
Finer than you. They've laid down. So what's yours? No, first, it's going to be very difficult. But with perseverance, at the end of the day, because you know what you are worth, because you know your onions, and it gets to a point where they've seen it that, this baby is not ready to bend. And we really need her for this role. There you go. They come out for you.
Okay, so do you think that, because now we're in a digital world and, you know, social media is a reigning thing, do you think that it has in any way reduced the way that people, you know, throw these advances at, you know, maybe especially female colleagues in the movie industry, or it's still the same?
It's even worse, I beg.
I mean, because we hear stories about how, oh, because you know that if you do anything, you can go on the internet, so these people are more careful.
Oh, really? So you've not heard where you are even calling for an audition, and the next thing you just see the person send you a pop-up picture of breast and down with pants and bra or with nothing, telling you, oh, take a look, I'm okay in all the corners.
So this is the actress now making advances at the
yes.
directors and producers?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Some even go as far as paying to
get the role
in a movie.
Wow.
So it's both ways.
Okay, so I was going to ask about it, because when Maury took up the question on social media, I was going to say that because it's social media day, you know, the role social media has played in helping manage perceptions. Okay. But we'll take that after the break. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. So if you just tuned in, we're having an amazing chat with the amazing Ngozi Wosu, an amazing actor with amazing personality.
With amazing network.
And she has brought in so much love and laughter to lots of home, and she's giving us so much laughter here. And we're learning, really learning from her. So remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS. If you have a question for her, you know, you want to commend her or whatever, send a message or SMS or WhatsApp to 081-8038-4663. So I was going to say that, you know, before social media, the advent of social media, it seemed like people on TV were far away from us. We're just there, you know, we could only see them on TV, but social media made it a lot more intimate. Now I don't know Maury from anywhere. I can just say hi. I followed you now this evening on Instagram. I can just slide into your DM and say, hi, Ngozi, my name is Uwa, this, that. And the next thing, maybe if you find it appealing, you're able to, you know, respond and all of that. So because now, again, people have this mobile device, so they can do things outside the screen. So maybe if there's an issue, you can just go on your Instagram live and deal with the issue. So do you think social media has probably helped you in terms of the kinds of perception that is out there, you know, and, you know, helped you also show your reality to your viewers, I mean, your fans, rather? Oh, you're part of those people that keep private is private.
Bam. Yes, I am. 100%. Okay. Mind you, social media is all about, to me, it's about work.
So it's still continuation of your work?
Knowing me for what I do, not my personal life, who I am. My work. That's what I'm about.
Why do you think it's important to draw that line?
Good.
She wants to adjust.
I'll give you 1,001 reasons why it's important to draw that line. It's very, very important to draw that line because these days there are lots of goosebumps. You know what I mean? People of the underworld. When you drink water, social media. You pee, social media. You're somewhere doing certain thing, social media. You see, they begin to trace you, getting to know you, especially if you are a family person. You have your children and everything, social media. To get you is just like this. And that's it.
When you say people of the underworld, can you be specific?
You know what I mean.
No, ma, I don't. Witches and wizards, or
No.
Let's be clear.
No, not witches and wizards. I mean, those that will say, oh yeah, your money or your life.
Hey.
Okay, for security reasons.
Yes.
But there's some people that's their life. They're content creators. They're travel content
Just
creators.
say you.
No. They're travel content creators. They make money from posting their family members. Somebody is a mom blogger, for instance.
Lifestyle content creator.
You get, so she makes money from putting her children, the clothes they wear. So brands reach out to them and all of that.
Oh, I see.
But it's not. It happens. Elsie, back me up. It happens.
See, my dear, I am not saying that social media is bad, no, because it has really opened a great avenue for everybody, but we should draw the line.
Okay.
If you are a blogger that has to do with your family, certainly there are other things about your family that won't even go on that blog.
Yes.
Let's be sincere.
You still keep it business.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You keep it business. But these days, oh my, some things are just so alarming when you, it's like,
What were you thinking?
what's going
People just see
on?
it as an avenue to like vent.
Beautiful.
And I keep saying it's not a safe space. I think they keep forgetting the internet is not a safe space.
Before, when you have a problem with your sister or with a friend, you call, to talk about it, fight it out, mend it, or decide to go your separate ways. But these days, when you have a problem, no, person doesn't want to call. Next thing you just hear, I'm going live.
But that's more popular in your industry.
So person, no. Why are you? Oh my God! And then they go ahead to say all sorts of gory things that, gosh.
It's like things that should be secrets. Like,
Egbami, you are like Mugbe.
Okay.
How can you?
When she was reading out your profile, she said something about you being one of the most influential veteran actors in Nigeria. I'm not going to ask whether that's true or not. My question is, what is the role of that influence towards building the Nigeria we hope to have? What, do you think you have a responsibility?
Good question. Big question. Good question in the sense that, yes, we all have a responsibility in building Nigeria, especially in our own world. Because, take it or you leave it, what people see that we do somehow influences,
it shapes
a lot
of things,
of people and things. That's the truth, whether we like it or not. But at the same time, it's not everything that you see. It's either it influences you negatively or positively. So it's a two-way thing. But all in all, at least as an actor, I owe it to my country to do things that will bring it to in the good light, to a greater, perspective.
Yeah.
So I owe my country that as an actor. But there are things you can say, and there are things you better shut up. Because if you say it, before you know, you just hear,
yes.
But you come and go and answer the question you don't know.
But people believe
and then
that
it will become as I was going.
It's more difficult to intimidate celebrities than people who do not have that level of
believe you have
influence in
line
society. So if somebody like you comes out to say something, I'm hoping that if this government is really intimidating, as we have alleged, then they want to think twice. Why are you looking at me like
I
that?
think they will carry you, but they will release you, but you will suffer. Do you know Mr. Macaroni?
Thank you. I was just going there. Thank you
they will
very
release you
much.
because they know that people will ask after you, but they will beat you in the cell. It's not.
Rere would have room.
Yeah.
Rere would have room before you come.
But that will be your sacrifice to Nigeria.
Thank you. So I'm the sacrificial lamb.
You know, so I was going to stay on this conversation on nation building. Okay, so when I was reading my script about perception, you know, there are some times that people perceive something about you, but it's working to your favor.
Yes.
So you just stay on it. So how do you think we can begin to use movies, right, to change the perception about Nigeria? Because over the years, what we've done with Nigeria is that our movies had continuously pushed the agenda of juju and all of those things in our storylines and everything, you know, and so all those things literally shaped, you understand, a lot of the reality that we have today in Nigeria, ritual killings and all of that. I mean, you go in the news, you see all those things. These were things that were really big in the movie industry. So now you're coming to reality. I mean, they living in bondage, they just redid it. They still do the juju inside. It's something that, you know, has become the reality of Nigeria. So if you think we want to now start to change that perception, you know, how do you think we can go about it using the movie? Because knowing that the movie has major impact in the influencing, yes.
Well, there are lots of ways that we could achieve that because for me, I don't believe every movie should be all about native doctor, all about church, all about, there are some good movies out there that doesn't even have any of those things,
yes.
And yet it's educative. I think we should go more into that. But here is the problem. When you go into that, the average mindset of we Nigerians, we don't like good things. We always like the negative one.
I think it's just human nature. I don't think it's just...
We always like the negative. You see, you will see a movie that is out there, it doesn't have all those things we're talking about.
You know what say?
Bam. But if you see the one that, hey, that one, where is it happening? Let's go there.
Okay.
Or you see the one that there's one
So they create conversation around
that's
it.
it.
And then it drives
where are we going? Let's go there.
Okay.
And people make movies to make money.
Yes.
Because you have to pay who gave you the money to produce it.
Oh, speaking...
You know, so sorry, let me quickly tell our audience, please, today we don't take calls. The director says the phone lines have been buzzing. Don't call, please. If you really want to send your message, just send a message to our WhatsApp number. We're sorry, we only take calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're sorry about that.
So I was going to say, speaking of money, since you've mentioned it, right, there's word going around. I mean, you never really know or believe what you see on the internet that, you know, actresses and actors are underpaid. Is it just one of those things that people say, or it's actually true? And if the answer is yes, what are the measures that can be put into place to, you know, stop
exploitation?
Yes.
Or get better pay?
I mean, because they do a lot of things for. If you hear the amount that some actresses they make, I'm in denial, like, no way.
That cannot be true.
No,
That's not the reality.
We see you on TV every time. And that's why, you know, some of them have to now go and start doing, like, fake life because we hold you to so much expectation. We expect that if you're in this much movie, I mean, we know how much Viola Davis is earning per episode. So we're thinking that you should be earning.
Let her respond.
To the look, you know.
Okay, let me now start with you. You said, I heard you earlier, you said you just shot...
a short film.
A short film. Oh, yeah. That short film.
How much did you pay them?
How much did you pay them?
Oh, I acted this myself. My brother-in-law is also an actor.
Okay.
So
One man riot squad.
Our family members acted everything. So, I didn't pay myself. I didn't pay my brother-in-law.
But if you're going to pay yourself.
You are selfish.
No.
How will the industry grow now?
Out there.
Is it
how will they...
No.
Stop stop selling fish.
No, ma.
As pretty as you are, you took your whole family to come and
I'm up and coming. So with this
so the person who shot it, I'm sure you use your phone to do the video.
That is my cousin. I'm joking. It's actually a renowned director. But still, like I put
family.
You know, it's not family,
Okay.
but we're friends, you know. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just entering. Only me, small fish inside the pond. She have been there since. So
see, the truth be told, we are all underpaid. That is the truth. And in Nigeria, you can't pay for our talent. No, not at all. I would say most of these things we do is passion. Passion, because if you don't have the passion for it, explain why you'll be on set from morning
till late
in the night, and they're paying you how much? What they're paying is not commensurate to
the time spent.
The time, the effort, the energy. Because sometimes, you see, people see this work, they're like, oh, is it not just come and camera, roll, tape, action? To a lot of people, that's what they think. But when you pick
a script,
when you pick people who are not actors to come and act, maybe greenhorns, that okay, you feel you have the ability, okay, let's showcase. And by the time you put that person there and the camera, the lights are on, oh yeah, now you hear, take one, no way. Take two, no way. Take three, no way. Take 10, no way. And then the person goes, what? Is that what you people go through? It's not. You think
it is easy.
It's easy. So you tell me, how much
you think I'm worth? We have some comments, ladies. Let's check our WhatsApp.
Okay.
You know what? Because this thing you said, but I think again, is there no way we can solve this issue? Because I know with productions, right? Like the production I did, the budget is quite big. But don't you think it's the people handling this budget, you know, that want to play funny? Because I remember my very first. That's it. So how do we hold them accountable? Because it's not like, see, they might have given this budget to say, you know what, Ngozo also, for this role she's playing, this is the budget we are paying her. We're going to pay her 5 million naira, for instance, figuratively. But you see, the people that have the custody of that, I mean, they are holding that 5 million naira, say, I'm not being Ngozo also. If we talk to her, I will give her like 2 million or 1.5 self. They will 2 million good. They will stomach. In fact, they can even give you 1 million.
It's fine.
I'll be 500K self.
200, nothing.
Do you understand?
Because we cannot monitor. If I call you for a job or you call me for a job, you don't know how much I have. You don't know what I have collected for it.
There's no transparency.
Thank you. So it all boils down on individual conscience.
Which a lot of people don't have.
Bam! Oshe? Imela. A lot. Until we have that conscience. No way forward.
I tell you.
Okay, this is a message. Okay, go ahead.
Someone wants you to do a job and probably, okay, you collected 2 million. That's what you want to pay me. But because that person doesn't have that conscience, forget about whether you know me or you don't know me. Then that person comes with, oh my God, you see this thing?
A low budget, LB.
It's a low budget, is this, is that? Please let me just give you 200K. Wow. And then you took that money, probably because you've read the script and you really love the script, because sometimes too, the script comes to play. You're like, oh,
I like it, I'll do it.
I would love to be in this movie. I'll do it. And then at the end of the day, you suffered, you put your energy and everything into that. And then you see the person buying a house on the island and then going for the latest Jeep. Then you begin to wonder.
And they call it playing smart.
And this person just played me for a fool. So it is...
It's a big deal.
See, we have a long way to go on that. And another thing again that people do, when you say, okay, fine, this is me, and this is where I'm going to stay. They're like, okay, feeling too big. Why are you using it? For what? We can get somebody else. And of course,
there will always be somebody else.
1,001 million people are hungry. As you are rejecting the 1 million, somebody is down there telling you, I beg,
500K, I will do it.
Too much, you know. Is it 50K? I beg. Come on, God, don't take order now for a beg. Anyhow it is, no tata for you. I beg, bring me this thing.
And I guess
do it. Go solve something. I'll do it.
And that's where having a standard comes to play as well.
Let's take comments.
Okay, let's take comments. This one is really short. From Emmanuel in Lagos. He says, "Good evening, ladies. Great to see Aunty Ngozi again."
Thank you.
And they're still calling. Please stop calling. They are now calling this line. This line is not for calling. This is for WhatsApp. Please just send us a message.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that was yours?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so this person says, "Good evening, ladies. Please ask your guest.
Is it true that sex games is part of the industry culture to gain a role before you become a famous actor or actress? Ade?"
No, now your choice. If you decide to carry your ponyonyo, give them. They will help you to brush it left, right, both bars.
Is it even sustainable though? Because how many people do you want to sleep with?
No, because you can collect the both bars. At the end of the day, the role
it will not come to you.
It won't come to you. So, no, hell no. Capital N-O, no.
Yeah, you're going to ask a question.
Don't forget what What was the question about?
I don't know, I'm not in your head. But if you had one thing that you would love to change about the perception about you, out there, is there anything that you'd like to change?
The only thing I would like to change about me.
Perception.
What? Let me think. Being too truthful. Yeah. Because sometimes, you see, people love negative things. People love fake lives, things. Like these days, a lot of people live on borrowed life, as in, your hair is borrowed, your lashes is borrowed, your hair is borrowed, your lips is borrowed, your nose is borrowed, here self is borrowed, hips, here is borrowed.
You have it too.
And when they come out, you're like, wow, wow, wow. But for me, my dear, I can't.
What you say?
But I wish I could. I can't.
Why do you wish you could?
Hey, because that's the in thing now. Because when they see sekwe, is it not one that just made one? Let me not go there. Did you see the shape and everything? It's what is raining now. Which one you do?
But do you think that affects your role as in the industry?
Of course it does not.
Okay.
It does not, because for our own world,
for your own age,
for my own age, and apart from my own age, it's what you can play that works for you, irrespective of the fact that whether you have a 2-pack or half-pack. That role, if you can play it convincingly, perfectly, are good to go.
Okay, someone says it's good to see you, Ngozi, and Ngozi again. That's Samuel from Kaduna. But he now says, good evening, ladies. All boils down to court option. I don't understand the court option. You wanted to ask the question?
Yes, I wanted to say very quickly. I mean, you've been in the industry for 3 decades now, or more than that. And so I know it's not all negatives. Watching it grow to where Nollywood is now, what would you, how would you describe that growth, and where do you think it can get to as well in the next 10 years?
It can only be better. Because we're going places. We're moving. It's just that people feel it's time for us to run. But forgetting that even the Western world, the other people that were copying and all that, it took them decades before they got to where they are. So for us, I'll say,
good job.
Yeah.
Good job. We're moving.
Wow. Okay, so we have like one minute left. I wanted to just ask you, do you have like any role that you've dreamt of acting in this your decades of career that you've still not landed, that particular character that you would love to play? Is there any?
Is there any particular character I would love to play
that you have not yet that you would really love to do?
Mad Woman.
Why did I had a feeling that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so whoever is listening, a bad woman.
Producer.
Okay.
No, but you will pay her. She's not a family member.
She's family. She's already family.
I am not family. All right, thank you so much. We've had an amazing time with you. I think what we'll do, we'll beg Auntie Ngozi to come when we are doing open house, so that because the calls were so much, they want to speak to you. So maybe when we have our ladies' night out, we'll bring you as one of our guest co-anchors.
Ladies' night.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you play. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night.
Yeah.
What a life.
Because of you, we play. All right. So before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment. Most importantly, we're doing planning a huge giveaway. So just to say thank you to you for believing in the Ways brand and following the conversation. So do well to follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. Like, share, comment, and invite your friends and family to watch our show. All right, so if you missed today's quote, here it is again. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. So sometimes perception do favor you. So see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Jealousy. How is this emotion developed? Are there pros and cons? What's the difference between jealousy and envy? I'll be discussing this and more with my co-host, Ifoma, the financial analyst, author, and the founder of Boys to Men Foundation. Omoye, our fabulous actress, and Ebu, the media consultant and coconut processor. We'll also be joined later by our guest, Tochu, a corporate trainer, and Tokumbo, a HR expert. I am Saudat. I'm the founder of Easy Shop, Easy Cook. Welcome to